John Gooden here alongside Team Crossface head coach Dave Lee, and we're going to be looking at the recent finish by Brian Ortega over Yair Rodriguez. Really nice finish, a slight variation on that head and arm choke. Afterwards, Dave's going to say what could possibly, in maybe a kind of different environment, could have been done to defend such a move. So, Dave, over to you.
Alright, so they're on the fence. Considering both for the first rounds and the intro, I was amazed that Ortega could get here anyway. So he's got that underhook, he's got the wrist or the biceps control on one side. He pulls him away and he times the step away great, grips him for the takedown, goes straight to the mount. Looked like he was going to go for that mounted triangle, but decides against it. Looked like he maybe decided the other side, but again, just decided to start putting down some elbows, which gets this arm involved. And it's kind of like he's defending the elbow, but kind of in the mix of it kind of gets bumped across, and then he's jumped on the arm triangle. So the idea with the arm triangle is that this shoulder closes off the blood here, and my biceps on this side closes the blood off that side. Now ordinarily, what would happen is I would jump off and spool my weight out to get this choke. But I feel what was happening here, he starts to answer the phone here for the defense, putting that arm across his head and pushing away, creating space. And I think he's already attempting to escape, which obviously someone of Ortega's integrity is going to know and feel straight away. So he jumps off, which I think is nice, as he loops his hands up and places this knee behind his back. So there's no going back. And he's got him here, and that neck is now being compromised with this forearm in the neck. And this now is not necessarily like the choke is tough, but the bone of the forearm on the neck is suffering. And he just squeezes here for dear life to get the finish. Just really nice detail, I thought, for the finish. Very nice.
Yeah, no, I don't often see it done like that. So that begs the question, in another world, when you haven't had 10 minutes of face punching and everything that goes into a high-level contest in the UFC, what might a practitioner do in these situations to try and avoid getting submitted?
Well, the thing is, if he's in this, like I said, where he's going for that arm triangle, I think the defense he's doing is correct. Like if you're in the mount and you go for this arm triangle, ordinarily, because I'm trying to create space here, so I'll be pushing this arm across to try and create this space. But even that is not enough, so where he's trying to turn, he's waiting for that dismount for me to try and run around like this, to get that head out, but he suffers that. So he feels that even before he's dismounted, and that knee goes in the back. And now it's not just the blood choke, it's that forearm in the neck, crushing the neck. And this can render someone useless because it's so much pain here. And it's kind of like you get stopped in your track, but ideally I want to create like enough space here to let some blood trickle into my brain here, and it's almost like I put my head out to create a little bit of air and blood flow. Then I'm trying to trap this arm to try and run around, but I can only do this because you're loose.
Yeah.
If it's super tight,
You're toast.
It's good night for a rhyme. But yeah, ideally here when it's getting put on, you're closing the blood to the brain, so I want to create space. But when he starts to roll that way, by getting on the side there is a really nice way to finish it, especially with that bone in the neck. You have to feel it to appreciate that pain.
Yeah.
And how it renders that position done.
Yeah, nice work, really good jiu-jitsu. And Brian and Henna actually broke this down just after the fight on Henna's channel as well, which is worth checking out as well. But thank you as always to Coach Dave. Thanks for checking this out. See you soon.